Well, like you said, I will give my presentation in English. So I'm giving a little international touch to this International Women's Day. It would either be in German or in a horrible Spanish, so I figured with the English everybody will understand. I will speak slowly. Okay, I will start. Well, I will start with that I actually not supposed to be here if everything would have gotten a different way. I was born behind the other side of the wall in the German communist part, where my dream of becoming an entrepreneur, of my dream of going to the United States would have had never come true. But because of a lot of luck and a lot of commitment from my people, the wall fell and my two dreams became true. The first chance I had when the wall fell, I went into an airplane and I went to the United States. And it was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Because in the United States, I learned my passion. And my passion is software. And it was a kind of a coincidence. I went on to an exchange program. And I went into a bank. And I walked in. And my supervisor greeted me. And he said, well, listen, I don't have really anything to do for you. But here's a manual with 600 pages. We bought the software. And nobody knows what to do with it. So I don't know why you just don't read it and see if you can do anything with it. And I have no background in software. I studied international business management. So I took the manual. They gave me an awesome office with a beautiful big window. I had a seat and I started reading. And in 2 weeks, I managed the software. I built the software. I implemented it. I went to my supervisor and I said, here you go. It's working. This is how it's going. And he looked at me and he said, like, wow, in 2 weeks, seriously? Have you ever considered to study software or do something with software? And I said, well, I don't know really, I mean, it looks interesting. Maybe I should do it. So I went back to Germany. And of course, the first thing I proposed to my parents was, you know what, I think I'm changing my studies. And my dad looked at me, he said, yeah, no way. You finished what you started. So I finished my studies, and then I went back to the United States. And there, another beautiful thing happened in my life. I met the love of my life. And the love of my life had the exact same vision as I, to become an entrepreneur and open our own business. He was good in sales, and I was good at technologies. And so he said one day, hey, why don't we just open a technology company? So back in '99, San Diego, we opened Santex. And it's really difficult, and it was a really difficult road, because first we were in a country where we both were not natives. I spoke German, he spoke Spanish. And we just started. He went out there, he sold stuff, and he came back to me, he said, hey, I just sold this to the client, can you do this? And I looked at him, no, I have no idea what you're doing. And he said, well, you got 2 weeks to do it, just go and give your best. So I went to work, and I did it. And like this, we kept growing, new challenges. And obviously, there were a lot of hard moments too, like when you have your own businesses, it's not always easy. You stand in a lot of crossroads and you doubt yourself and you say, well, is this really worth going on? And you give really everything, you make a big sacrifice. But one thing for me was that failure was really never an option. I mean, this is my dream and I'm doing it, and whatever it takes, I'm doing it. Because if I think from the get-go that failure is an option, I will never give my best. Because like this, I give my life. And every challenge I face, I give my best, I give my life, and I go ahead and we overcome it. And today we are a 200 people business with 5 offices around the world. So we went from a small office to a big one. And like again, I would have had not been able to do this if I had love and support. And today I can really say that I'm in the perfect place in my life. Because I have an awesome family, I have an awesome job, and I feel like I can do anything in the world. And I think that's a big blessing to have. So when Paula invited me, she said, okay, just give an inspiration. And I think that every one of you has different passions, has different ideas. Some of you want to be entrepreneurs, other ones just want to work. And I think that's totally normal. And I think it's totally fine. You just do whatever you want to do in your life. I think the most big key parts in being successful in whatever you do is you need to have a whole bunch of luck, that you're just at the right moment, at the right time, you meet the right person. For me, my luck was that the wall fell and I met the love of my life. then you need to really work hard. I mean, you need to give it your all in whatever you do. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, if you're a business owner, if you're a store owner, if you're a clerk, whatever you do, just work hard, give your best at whatever you do. And have a lot of love in your life, have a big support system. Because without that support system, you don't make it through the hard times. Thank you.